But that would be about it. I want to say most of all, again, and reiterate this fact that, you know, I'm honored to be here, and I mean that sincerely. It's an honor and a privilege in America to have a job. You know, my dad made toilets. My dad served in Okinawa. I just think a moment this. I was thinking about my dad. You know, and you know, I had great parents. I hope that like Tommy will be a great parent on my team, and some of the other kids. You know, that they could only go out and be a parent like my dad and my mom. So I'm honored to be here today. I respect the position. I respect players. Players win games. I'm a tough coach. Yeah, father's a tough father. You know? Be careful, we're gonna have to sumo. How about that for YouTube TV? Everyone's rolling around in a sumo pit. But anyway, I sincerely mean that, and I'm indebted to so many, and I thank you for indulging me. My thank yous, and I hope that my players can be like Joe Wiley. I don't know if Joe's here. Joe's right there, and I'll tell you what, I told my guys about it. You know, use his education, use basketball, didn't let basketball use him. Upstanding leader in the community, has a wonderful life, sense of self, great self-esteem, and you know, and that's what you want out of a Jesuit education. That's what you want out of the NCAA student athletic experience. The thing that, yeah, I give him a hand. There's 28 or 38 Jesuit schools, and they all basically have the same mission statement, you know, and the thing that is germane of each and every school, applicable to all who go there, is the term student athlete is not an empty oxymoron. You know, it's about the vibe of that discovery of self that I alluded to earlier, and I stand by that statement, and I'm much more excited about, Tommy's going to be a terrific player. This kid Lish is good. You know, I love the Mormon boy. He's a walk-on, Jeff, and you know, it's funny. I came here and I said to the guys we were talking, I said, "Now, I got to tell you about these Mormon boys, you know." And you know, I said, "There's no Mormons here." I was saying that sort of rhetorically. The kid raised his hand and said, "I am." But I respected those guys. They went on a mission. I used to tell them all. I said, "You know, let me tell you guys something." I said, "You guys won a 2-year mission, and God, I respect them for it. A lot better people than I could ever hope to be. But I said, you go out 2 years, you come back, and you think you made a sacrifice." I said, that priest on the end of my bench for my entire year, and I hope we do have a team chaplain. If not, you know, maybe we can get one. I like that priest on the end of the bench. Not that he's going to help win. You know, you need to read only Mark Twain's The War Prayer to understand you don't want to pray for victory in that situation. But, you know, I like that priest. But I said, now listen, I'll tell you guys something. That priest on the end of the bench, he took the vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience for the rest of his life. He said that's no money, no honey, and a boss. See, that's why your 2-year mission is a little bit diminished in mine. The commitment these gentlemen make, you know, so much for the good of others. So thank you. I'll take it. Our father wants to. Thank you. Jersey had ever got, you know. Coach McGuire used to talk to my teams in the NCAA tournament whenever he did the games. And the guys would ask him, how was your coach as a player? And at that time, we had Willie Wampum, an Indian mascot. And he would come out on the floor, kind of like the Billiken. And eerily, I look like the Billiken. But in any way, Coach coach would always say, you know something, I'd put the Willy Wampum in the game before I put your coach in the game. So I never got to play in a varsity game, but I was a walk-on, and I did play freshman ball. And it was a great experience for me. So hopefully these kids will have a better experience. But it was nice to get the jersey, even if it doesn't fit. All right, any questions anyone has? I promise you this. I'll stick around. I want to thank Rick Riley. I was supposed to induct him in the Sportscasters Hall of Fame today, or Sportscaster of the Year. This was on the docket for a year. Rick's a great friend, and he understood why I couldn't make it, and he was very good about that. I want to beg my apologies and my partner, the Indiana Coaches Association, 1,000 coaches strong, showed up to hear me Friday night. I was with Father, and it was the first speaking engagement I missed in my life. And I offer my apology to those coaches, and I'm sorry. I hope they'll understand the extenuating circumstances. So that's about it. I'll answer any questions, but I will stay around to meet any fan, any student, anyone who wants to meet and talk. I'll be here till the last dog is hung, as they used to say at the card game. You know, I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one. So any questions? Yes?
Rick, what interests you most about the SLU job? What do you see as the potential?
Well, you know, I went to Marquette. I like the academic venue. You know, that was very important to me. I know the education that the kids would receive, and it really is about your education. So many guys, the sad thing in America is we get all these kids who want to be pro players, and it's so difficult. You know, but if you got that education, you know, and then you can have a good career like a Joe Wiley and do both. But the education, the mission of the university, the academic agenda. I like Father's passion a lot. I enjoyed Father. Cheryl, Mike Montgomery has had good things to say about her from Stanford. And looking forward to corroborating with her. And you know, I met a lot of wonderful people already. And I just think, you know, I think obviously Father's committed to moving the program up big time, and has made that commitment. And the arena is evidence of that. I'm calling it a $100 million building. By the time yeah, he's so by the time you put the stuff in, it'll be well over 100. And you know, it's a great situation.